Welcome Taurus to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 20th of November. The Sun has been in the part of your situation to do with relationships. And at the very start of this week, he links to Pluto, the planet of transformation. Now, Pluto often has a very deep influence on us that we don't always necessarily see in an obvious way. But the ninth house is very much about information, and I feel since 2008, a lot of information and changes to your philosophies, even the places you visited on holiday, have probably occurred. So at the very start of this week, there could be some kind of conversation you have which is really significant and very supportive to your hopes. And maybe you're going to get advice from a professional, whether it's legal, which Pluto ninth house, that makes sense, but it could be a counsellor, it could be an accountant, a business or life coach. Someone can aid you at the start of this week in a really powerful way, or you could aid someone else. So some kind of alliance can really be to your advantage as this week begins. But on Wednesday, the Sun moves into the sign of Sagittarius, where it really likes to be free and independent and adventurous, but immediately it reaches a crunching right angle with Saturn. Now, if there are people in your friendship group that see things very differently to you, you may have become much more conscious of that since March the 7th, when Saturn moved into your sector of connections and networks. Now, Mars follows the Sun, because they of course have been very close together for some while, on Friday, and he too squares up with Saturn. So that can create, Saturn, some inhibition, some break-in on the dramatic energy that the Sun and Mars in Sagittarius can try to evoke within us, which is an energy of going for it. And the 8th house that they've moved into is very much about to do with desire, and Mars in the 8th house has a kind of scorpionic echo, and Sagittarius can be about really going for it in such a big way that we don't really think about limitations. So it's a kind of counterintuitive energy this week. On one hand, really being encouraged to go for what we want, and the 8th house could be in terms of intimacy, the desire to connect to someone. If there is someone in your mind or your life that you find strongly attractive, you may want to bond, but will it work in terms of your longer term future? Is there going to be some kind of inhibition? Or in an existing relationship, is there a sense of restriction or jealousy or possessiveness that's coming out, which is stopping you being the free spirit, Sagittarius, that you want to be? Also, from Friday to Sunday, Mercury in Sagittarius, which is starting to go into its pre-retrograde shadow, is squared up by Neptune. What you're told about a financial matter, or a shared financial matter, or a business situation might not be true. It doesn't mean to say that the other person is being deliberately dishonest or evasive or lying, but something could be said that's not actually factually correct. So it's going to be really important when it comes to your long-term future, the 11th house, Saturn and Neptune, and where you're investing now financially, emotionally, sexually, that they are working together. And you may find in some situations that if there are some issues that are not quite obvious at the start of this week, when that tremendous link between the Sun and Pluto is going on, by the end of the week you may see these come to the fore. So with year 2024 absolutely racing towards us, just remember, if you'd like to get your personal horoscope forecast for next year based on your unique birth data, you can take advantage of my special package and get 30% off and get your character analysis, your life roadmap report. But also you can get your year 2024 zodiac forecast for all the signs, your Chinese forecast for for all the signs, your Indian forecast, your Vedic forecast, for all the signs, absolutely free of charge if you buy that package. Please see beneath this video for more. It's been a real pleasure being with you, and thank you so much for joining me. I'd be honoured if you would like, comment, share or subscribe.